Family, it's your brother Chase. I'm live right now on the YouTube Road Show tonight. Make sure you swipe up and check it out. We on the YouTube tonight. Go ahead right now. Peace, family. It's your brother Chase. I'm live right now on the YouTube Road Show tonight. Make sure you swipe up and check it out. Okay, family, we back. Peace, family, peace. We back. It's probably only gonna be a few of us in here tonight. Probably only gonna be a few of us in here tonight because we on the YouTube. But we got to make that transition sometime. Peace, family. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna let the people come on in when they come on in. Hold on 1 second, family. Let me just put it on Instagram real quick. Let me just put it on Instagram real quick, family. Let me just put it on Instagram real quick. But peace, family. We're gonna make it this a real quick video. I want to talk about tonight. I want to talk about our brother 19 Keys. He brought up something very interesting. He talked about ancestral worship. And I want to talk about that tonight. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick, show you what I'm talking about, because I thought this was something that was very interesting. 1 second, family. Share my screen. Okay. Let me share my screen real quick. Now, our brother 19 Keys said this. This was the other day, and I thought I'd talk about this tonight because this is something that's long overdue. He says, how come the only time people care about what their ancestors died for is when it's time to vote? They also died for the black family, equity, ownership, reparations, land, and black businesses, etc. Let me read it one more time. How come the only time people care about what their ancestors died for is when it's time to vote? They also died for black family, equity, ownership, reparations, land, and black businesses. And that's something that's very important. We got to talk about that. Family. Something that's very important. In this whole thing that we only praise the ancestors really when it's time to vote, march, and integrate. When it's time to vote, march, and integrate is the only time we praise the ancestors, and that's a major problem. That's the major problem, family. Major, because it's gotten us in the condition we're in today, where we never have any tangibles. All we have is symbolic gestures and gestures. You dig? That's all we have. All we have is politicians that don't do anything for black people. All we have is just status symbols, statues, things like that, integration. You dig? But nothing tangible. Nothing tangible, family. And it brings us back to the point of who are we praising? Who are we allowed to praise? In the thumbnail, I use a picture of John Lewis. See, it's easy to praise the ancestors and honor the ancestors like John Lewis. Yes, indeed. One of the rules to the game. It's easy to praise and honor the ancestors like John Lewis. Let's see, John Lewis, he's easy to honor. John Lewis doesn't require you to do anything but vote. You dig? He doesn't require you to do anything but vote. It's easy to praise the Dr. Kings of the world, the whitewashed version of Dr. King, because we don't even honor the real version of Dr. King, the I've been to the mountaintop Dr. King. We just honor the ancestor Dr. King that was talking about integration. You see what I'm saying? It's easy to do. Talking about voting. We don't honor the I've been to the mountaintop Dr. King, and that's a major problem. That's a major problem, family. You feel me? That's a major problem. We got to talk about that. We got to talk about that. And it's really three reasons why. Peep this. It's three reasons why. The first reason why we don't honor any that doesn't push us to vote or to march or to integrate is one, because of white approval. White approval is very big among Negroes in 2020. We have to have white approval. We have to have white approval. We're always striving for white approval, family. You see what I'm saying? See, the white people, they approve John Lewis. They approve the Rosa Parks. They approve the MLKs. You see what I'm saying? They Harriet Tubman's to a certain degree when they can alter and change her story, like we saw in the Harriet movie last year. These are people they approve of. So a lot of us, we worship the ancestors that white people approve. You dig? We worship the ancestors that white people approve. The second reason is these ancestors don't require us to do anything. These ancestors don't require us to do anything. When we're talking about voting, we already have the right to vote. That's nothing we have to push for. That's nothing hard to achieve. We've already achieved that. You see what I'm saying? We already have the right to vote. We're already integrated. We're more integrated. We're too integrated. We're so integrated that we don't have any black banks, pretty much, any black businesses. Back 100 years ago, we had over 100 black banks. Now I think we're around 25 to 30, and those are closing by the day. You see what I'm saying? We don't really have any black Wall Streets, economic centers that are all black owned. You see what I'm saying? So we don't have to do any work. Voting, that's not work. Integrated already have. Marching, that's not work. That's something we do. Hell, white people do that with us. You see what I'm saying? So these are things that are already done. Things that don't require us to do anything, family. Things that don't require us to do anything. And number three, last but most importantly, and probably the biggest thing, is that many Negroes are scared. Many Negroes are scared. And we got to be clear on that. Many Negroes in our community are scared. Scared of real revolution. You're scared of real change. You're scared of honoring ancestors you to do anything but vote, integrate. We got to be clear. We got to be clear. You're scared of ancestors like Dessalines that said eye for an eye. You're scared of ancestors like Marcus Garvey who said group economics. You see what I'm saying? Let's get all of our money together in this group. Let's build a Black Star Line. Let's have our own newspaper. Let's have our own media outlet. Many Negroes are scared of that. We got to be real on that. Many Negroes are scared of that. And we see this case and case again. You see what I'm saying? Let me show you something real quick. I want to show you, let me show you this real quick. Let me go ahead and move that. Hold on. Let me show you the video of a Negro in 2020. Now listen to this Negro. This is the scared mentality that I'm talking about, family.
Remember telling you people, when white people get fed up, they go fight back. And when they fight back, it won't be pretty. You don't want to call them racist, call them every name under God's green earth. That kid in Kenosha is just the start. They're going to get fed up. And when they get fed up, they outnumber you. Do not forget that it was people like this that stood up to the British. They had an army.
Ooh.
These were just villagers who were fed up. You can only push the American people around so much, BLM. I would not like to be you in a couple of months if you keep this crap up. Ooh, it's going to be bad.
Ooh. All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of the scared nigga talk. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about, family. Scared nigga talk. That's just cooning. Scared nigga talk. Ooh, I won't be you now. All that you fighting for justice, Lord, I wouldn't want to be you. And the thing about coons, family, coons don't understand that white supremacists give them that work too. He's a Negro. He's acting like, oh, they only gonna attack certain black people. They ain't gonna attack me. No, you gonna get that work too. That's scared nigga talk. Scared nigga talk. And that's one of the biggest problems nowadays. Ooh, I wouldn't want to be you when white man, white mommy, and white daddy come down. I wouldn't want to be you. Stop. 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 Let's talk about it, family. First of all, we got this whole thing that white people are this insurmountable force that can never be beat or be conquered. About during the Revolutionary War, a small group of white Americans rose up and overthrew the Britons and overthrew British in the American Revolutionary War. Remember that? No, nigga. Remember this. First of all, the first person to die in the name of the United States in the American Revolutionary War was a black man by the name of Crispus Attucks. White people never have won a war without the help of black people. White people have never won a war without the help of black folks. White folks have never defeated black folks when we are on cold. You dig? Remember, we talking about some of the biggest militaries in history, the French, the British, the Spanish. All of them got their ass whooped by Haiti in 1804. This tiny group of people, African people on the island of Haiti, whooped all their ass. And you got coons out here bucking their, ooh, Lord, I wouldn't want to be you now. I wouldn't want to be scared nigga talk. Niggas are scared. You're scared of not having the approval of white mommy and white daddy, and it's sad. It's sad, family. It's truly sad. You see what I'm saying? But these type of niggas, you have to charge into the game. You have to charge into the game. We need warriors. We need soldiers in 2020. And this is the reason, again, going back to the topic, this is the reason why we have selective ancestor worship. Because niggas are scared to fight. Niggas believe that you're supposed to keep slapping them. Allow white mommy and white daddy to slap them and do nothing. Yeah, that's why Lincoln freed the slaves. Somebody said that in general. Listen, black folks, white folks have never wanted that work when it comes to black people when we're on cold. Remember the Union during the Civil War, going back like a brother just said, during the Civil War, the Union was getting their ass whipped. It wasn't until that Emancipation Proclamation allowed those black soldiers to fight. That's the reason why Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. So he can start getting some of those free Negroes to fight and enslaved Negroes to fight. Remember, they were taking L's because all the military schools, when you look at the Civil War, all the military schools were in the South. White folks up north didn't know nothing about no military science and things of that nature. So they had to get the Negroes to fight. It wasn't until brothers like Robert Small started stealing Confederate ships and taking them to Union officers, giving away key strategies and game plans of the Confederate. It wasn't to Queen Mother Harriet Tubman. She was despised for the Union, started giving away key positions in the South. That's when we rose up. Remember, over 180,000 troops fought in the Civil War. Black troops fought in the Civil War. And then later, after the Civil War, became what we know as the Buffalo Soldiers and patrolled out west to help civilize these new parts of the United States. We got to remember that. Yeah, white folks ain't, listen, bro, white folks ain't never did nothing without the help of black people. But you got scared Negro, ooh, Lord, now, ooh, if y'all gonna upset white people, I wouldn't want to be y'all. That's slave talk. See, family, when Negroes were on the plantation back in the day, some of our ancestors tried to run away. They tried to run away. They tried to gang up and they tried to say, hey, man, listen, we outnumber the slave master 5-1. Let's overthrow the plantation. Let's overthrow the slave master. And you had Negroes like I just showed you. Ooh, now y'all wouldn't want to be y'all. And master catch y'all. I ain't finna do that. I wouldn't want to be y'all. What's better than what we got here? I wouldn't want to be y'all. Coon talk. Negroes start with that coon talk. You dig? But that's why I'm always big and pushing a small group of us on code. And this is why I always say, family, everybody ain't gonna make it. Everybody ain't gonna make it. And I ain't going on IG tonight because IG be tripping, man. They be shadow banning my page. They've been throwing me off. So from now on, we're gonna be on the YouTube. From now on, we're gonna be on the YouTube. That's why I'm not on IG tonight. Yeah, cool. Somebody said, what am I talking? Let me show you the video one more time, just in case some people just coming in. Just in case some people just coming in. Let me show you the video one more time. Just cool Negro talk.
You think a blown bicep with a bullet is bad. You think one, remember telling you people when white people get fed up, they go fight back. And when they fight back, it won't be pretty. I want to call them racist and want to call them every name under God's green earth. That kid in Kenosha is just the start. They're going to get fed up.
They're going to get fed up now.
Get fed up.
They're going to get fed up now.
They outnumber you.
I'm telling you, Mazza now, they outnumber you.
Do not forget that it was people like this that stood up to the British.
They stood up to the British now.
They had an army. These were just villagers who were fed up.
Ooh, Lord.
You can only push the American people around so much, BLM.
You only push Massa around so far.
I would like to be you in a couple of months if you keep this.
All right. That's enough family shit. But like I say, just coon Negro talk. Just coon Negro talk. And like I say, the facts of our family, when you look at history, first of all, like I said, the white man has got whooped so many times by black soldiers, we lost count. Remember, when they talk about a reason why white people, and I tell people this all the time, reason why white folks, they always talk about ancient Egypt is because that's the only place that they can somewhat conquer. They somewhat conquered. Notice that they don't ever talk about other place in Africa but ancient. And the reason why is because everywhere else in Africa they went during ancient times, during the times of antiquity, they got their ass whipped and never could completely colonize it. They were there for a couple years and that's it. Got their ass whooped and got up out the paint. You dig? Notice they don't never talk about Kush, Nubia, all these places, Northeast Africa, that had prosperous civilizations because they got their ass whooped. Remember, you had lands in Kush like Taseti, the ancient city of Taseti, that means land of the bow. You had queens like Amarinas, who got the Romans about the paint. The Romans tried to come down into ancient Kush, which is now that Sudan area, and she got them up out the paint with the quickness. Wanted all the smoke. You dig? Always. This has always happened. You had another brother in that Sudan by the name of Muhammad Ahmed. Muhammad Ahmed out of Sudan. He whooped the English ass. That was like in the 1700s. You see what I'm saying? You had Haile Selassie, those Abenaki soldiers, the Fuzzy Wuzzies. You see what I'm saying? The Fuzzy Muzzies, who were known for their long, illustrious flows, who were whooping all type of white ass. Never done anything to us when we're on cold. See, the real advantage of white people as far as military goes is they master psychological warfare. They master getting in niggas' heads like I just showed you. Who are so afraid of white folks, they won't even dare even think about getting justice for black people. Y'all better just let them kill y'all. You see what I'm saying? Well, yeah, we've always, listen, family, we've always fought and defeated white people. We got to get back to the warrior mentality, get back to that Ogun mentality, that warrior spirit. The first revolution starts in the mind. The first revolution starts in the mind. And once that revolution starts in the mind, the rest is history. Like I said, Haiti is a prime example of that, where you had this small island defeat some of the biggest world powers in, you see what I'm saying? The French, the British, the Spanish. And because of Haiti, in defeating those white colonizers in 1804, that enabled the states again to purchase the Louisiana Purchase. That gave them access to pretty much the west coast of the United States. Because, see, the French had those territories down there in Louisiana after they lost to Haiti. You did? Yeah. Yeah, he said when white folks get fed up. They already fed up. They already killing you. But see, that's coon babble, family. That's scared coon babble. That's scared Negro talk. Scared coon babble, scared Negro talk. That's what happens. That's what happens. You dig? That's why, like I said, everybody ain't gonna make it. Everybody ain't gonna make it. This is why Queen Mother Harriet Tubman, when she ran away from the plantation, when she took other enslaved Africans with her, this is why she brought a gun with her, because she knew some niggas just, they ain't right mentally. She knew some niggas just ain't right mentally. You dig? That's why she brought that gun. That's why in Haiti, they got rid of the coons first. It's a revolutionary down in Haiti named Mackendall. Mackendall, the first thing he did to kick off the revolution, he didn't attack any white folks. He didn't overthrow the plantation owners. He poisoned the coons. He made sure he poisoned them at night. He said, these niggas ain't no good. They gonna tell on us. They gonna snitch on us. They gonna rat on us. You did? And history has shown us that. History has shown us that. Remember Nat Turner. Every time we start giving white folks that work, it's a Negro, it's a coon who bring it down. Nat Turner, he was told on by a coon. Demar Vesey, who was in the South Carolina area, he had one of the biggest slave revolts in human history. He was setting it up. He had over 1,000 free black men that were ready to ride, ready to go, and a coon told on him. You know, the new movie that's coming out right now, Judah and the Black Messiah. Fred Hampton, chronicling the story of our brother Fred Hampton. He was told on by a coon. I believe his name was William O'Neill. Told on him. So many agents and rats that bring us down. See, white folks don't never just defeat us. They never defeat us. It's always us getting in the way. All getting in the way. That's why I ain't afraid of white folks. What they gonna do that they haven't already done? What are they gonna do that they haven't already done? Yeah, he's talking about when white folks getting fed up. They're killing your babies now. They're killing your babies now. What more could they do? Let's just say they get fed up and they tired of Black Lives Matter and they decide to go to war. They already at war. They're killing your babies now. They're killing our women like Breonna Taylor. You dig? They economically redlining and starving you. They won't allow you to have any type of ownership. You dig? They're not giving you anything politically. They won't even acknowledge a black agenda. They won't even give you tangibles. What are they going to do when they get fed up? They're already fed up. This is what they do. Plain and simple, family. So like I say, we got to get back, man. We got to get back right. We got to get back on code. You dig? And we are praising the real ancestors that deserve praise. You dig? And even when we're talking about ancestors like Dr. King, we got to start praising all of Dr. King, the Dr. King that woke up. The I've been to the mountaintop Dr. King. The Dr. King that said, listen, take your money. In his speech, I've been to the mountaintop, and I want y'all to look that up. He said, listen, take your money out those white banks and put them into black banks. See, that scares some Negroes, though. Because that means you're actually going to have to do something. That means that you're going to have to be self-sufficient. Notice people don't never bring up that about Dr. King. They talk about Dr. King all day. They act like I had a dream and then he got assassinated. No. Dr. King's talking about economic boycott. Look at some of your great ancestors like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, regardless of how you feel about his religious ideology. You see what I'm saying? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad had his own stores. He had his own clothing stores. He had his own medical centers. What else the nation had? The nation had their own airplanes. You see what I'm saying? The nation had their own schools to educate their children. They were for complete separation of the white race and the black race. Negroes don't like to honor that, though. But let me say I'm not voting in November. Let me say I'm not voting in November. Man, your ancestor died for you to vote. That's the first thing Negroes gonna say. Selective ancestor worship. Selective ancestor worship. Plain and simple. That's the first thing niggas gonna say. Yeah. King was talking about that money. He was saying we coming for that check. King said we coming for that check. He said that several times. And then shortly after that, he was assassinated. You see what I'm saying? Because when we require tangibles, family, when we require Negroes to get off their butt and do something, then Negroes get scared. Niggas are scared of power, family. They're scared of power. You see what I'm saying? Even down here, down in Atlanta, we had our brother Paul Howard. Paul Howard put charges on those race soldiers that killed our brother Rashard Brooks down here in Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? I know some of y'all remember that story. That was a national story. Killed our brother Rashard here in Atlanta, he put charges on that race soldier. A couple months later, they got Paul Howard out of office and put in there a mammy who takes police union money. You see what I'm saying? Within a couple months, because Negroes scared of power. I mean, he lost in a landslide out in Fulton County. Lost by a landslide because we scared of power. You did? In return, we're scared of the ancestors that wanted us to have power. That's why you don't see any of these mainstream Negroes, the people who on CNN and Fox News, the people who are all fake upset when black people get killed in the street. You don't see them bring up Malcolm X like that on a mainstream level, because Malcolm X said the price of freedom is death. And until the American Negro is truly ready to pay that price, he'll always be walking around as 20th century slaves or 20th century slaves. You did? That's what Malcolm said. He said the freedom is death. You did? He said if the white man put his hands on you, you send him to the cemetery. That's why they avoid that. That scares Negroes. They can't even imagine the thought of fighting back. You did? You can't imagine doing what Marcus Garvey did and having your own ship, an own trade company, your own newspaper and media outlet without white mommy and white daddy. You can't imagine doing that. You did? You can't imagine doing what Jean-Baptiste du Sable did in founding the city of Chicago, setting up trades and things like that. Haitian brother who came over here and he's the founder of Chicago, a black man. They can't imagine doing what Biddy Mason did out there in LA, pretty much laying down the foundations to what will become Los Angeles and building. She was one of the richest women in Los Angeles during the time she lived. Not just richest women, but one of the richest people in general. You see what I'm saying? Negroes can't imagine doing that. Yeah, they can't imagine doing that at all, family. Can't imagine doing what brothers like John Horse did down there in Florida. Took over the whole state of Florida. The Black Seminole. Fought 3 wars with white folks. And won the first 2. Made the white people sign treaties. That's what Andrew Jackson and all of them were down there doing. The Seminole Wars. Those were black people. We can't imagine that because, see, in order to do that, you're going to have to actually do something. You're going to have to actually do something, and a lot of people are afraid to do something. They are afraid to do something, family, at the end of the day. Let me get some water real quick. At the end of the day. You did? Yeah, hit that like button, family. Hit that like button for me real quick. 16 people in here. Hit that like button for me real quick. Like I said, we're going to be going live on the YouTube from now on. So the Instagram family, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe button. Hit that bell icon. Like, subscribe button. Hit that bell icon. Yeah, man, it's just true. It's just true. This is why everybody ain't going to make it. Everybody ain't going to make it, family. Because whenever we look at our history, you have to rise up. You have to fight back. That's in human nature. Don't ever let one of these coons convince you that fighting back is somehow demonic. Oh, Lord, you shouldn't fight back. White folks gonna get you if you fight back. Don't ever. That's somebody who's already gone. They're spiritually dead. You see what I'm saying? You got Negroes, they're so afraid to fight back, so afraid of revolution. They start demonizing anything that teaches you to fight for your life or to invest economically. Like the other day, I remember when Beyonce released that video, Black is King. You had Negroes out there, because it ain't got the white approval, Negroes out here, that's demonic. Oh, Lord, that's demonic. The same shit that white people steal from you and use to create their modern day Western religions is demonic now. You see what I'm saying? See, voodoo, you hear Negroes say all the time, that voodoo, that's demonic, because see, in voodoo, they don't teach you to get slapped and then go crying and begging. They teach you to fight back. Ogun don't teach you to forgive. You see what I'm saying, family? Ogun don't teach you to forgive. Ogun says eye for an eye. Ogun is that warrior spirit. Ogun is by any means necessary. We're going to get it done. It ain't the wrong way or the right way. It's the need way. You dig? When you need something to happen, we got to get it done by any means necessary. That scares niggas. That scares Negroes. Scares Negroes. Because Negroes are in that submissive mindset. Selective ancestor worship. Spirituality worship. And they understand that that's the first form of psychological warfare. You have to take the mind. White people have mastered that. They love Negroes like that. Like I've been seeing over the last few days with a lot of the NBA players. You had Robert Ory. He's over there crying on ESPN. Lord, I just don't know how to raise my black son in these conditions now. This is, man, what to tell him. Tell him you're at war. Stop sugarcoating it to the babies. Tell them you're at war. Why are you crying on TV as a man? That's what they love seeing. This is our warrior class, supposed to be a member of our warrior class. Robert Ory, big 6'10" ass up there crying on ESPN. Lord, I just don't understand now. Had Ryan Clark the other month. He's up there crying. His son faced some racism, I think, at Arizona. So one of the coaches said something bad, and he up there crying. Lord, now, grown ass man, stop crying. LeBron was over there the other day talking about he's scared. I'm scared as a black man to be scared, brother. You at war. Get comfortable being at war. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, black folks. You did? Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. In 2020, that needs to be the goal. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, because that's part of war. That's just a part of war. Channel your warrior spirit. Channel your warrior spirit. Channel some of your ancestors other than Dr. King and John Lewis. You got more ancestors than that. Channel Dedan Kamadi. Dedan Kamadi said by any means necessary. The Mau Mau was killed by the British, but the brother went out fighting. You dig? Channel Queen Nanny of the Maroons. Channel somebody other than Dr. King and John Lewis. Because obviously their way is not working. Let's be clear. No disrespect, especially to Dr. King. Dr. King did what he could, but their way is not working. Yeah. And you said, somebody said so many of our people are tied up into Christianity. That's the crazy thing. They'll tell you that Christianity is the true word of God, but then come back and say that Kemetic spirituality, that's demonic. But that's the day and time we living in. That's scared Negro talk. You dig, family? That's scared Negro talk. And it is what it is. It is what it is. It's selective ancestor worship. We don't worship any ancestors that require us to do anything. You dig? We don't, and at this point, white people know we're not going to do anything. Let's be clear. White folks know we're not going to do nothing. White people know. This is why the cops are still killing Negroes. They're like, hey, black people not going to do anything but vote and march. That's all they're going to do. We've been saying we fed up for the last 60 years. We're not going to economically boycott us. They're not going to attack our pensions. Hell, they're not even going to throw us in jail. Remember, you got the mother of Jacob Blake. And I understand she's going through some trauma right now, but you got the mother of Jacob Blake out here talking about she forgives the cops already. You did. We don't even be wanting to see these race soldiers punished. You think these police are scared? That's why everybody keep talking about why is there no change? There's no punishment. Police are not worried about black folks pulling up at their house. They're not worried about you attacking their money. Shit, if they want a vacation at this point, all they got to do is just shoot a black person. And they'll get a paid leave. And then when we finally get justice, when we finally get somebody to indict them and charge them, you get the Amber Geiger situation. Amber Geiger walked into our brother Botham John's apartment, shot and killed him while he was eating ice cream. And you had coons on the jury talking about, Lord, I couldn't give her more than 10 years. I just couldn't do it. You see what I'm saying? What do white folks have to be scared of at this point? You see what I'm saying? What change is really coming? They know exactly your game plan. They know what you're going to do until you show them otherwise. Every time we get some punishment, we forgiven. You did? Every time we get some punishment, we forgiven. And it's sad, but it's true, family. It's sad, but it's true at the end of the day. So, family, we got to tap back in, like I say, at the end of the day, to that warrior mentality. We got to tap back into that warrior mentality, that Ogun mentality, that by any means necessary mentality, because that's the only thing that white people understand. That's the only thing that they understand. And we're gonna have to use the help of our ancestors, because our ancestors, they're trying to help us, family. They trying to help us. They just ready for us to take that step. The brothers and sisters who gonna take that step. Remember, y'all saw this week or yesterday, before yesterday, I can't remember. Trump had a stroke supposedly. It's been reports coming out that he had a stroke. The ancestors are working. They'll work with you. The ancestors will work with you if you go ahead and take them steps. Trump had a stroke the other day, and they've been trying to deny it, but we saw his leg was dragging. We saw the common symptoms of a stroke. Said he had a little mini stroke. So the ancestors, they trying to work with you. Trump's brother last month died. Just out the blue, he just died. So the ancestors, they trying to work with you. You dig? They gonna try to work with you. You had King Coon, King Face. He's over here, and if you don't know who King Face is, just look him up. He's the conservative thug. That's what he calls himself, conservative thug. He's always cooning. He's always talking about black folks don't need no reparations. He's a non-foundational. You dig? He's one of these immigrant coons who comes from other countries and wants to shit on black people. He's in a coma. He's been in a coma for a month. He had a kidney infection. They're talking about he's in a medically induced coma. You dig? They talking about he might not have that long to make it. The ancestors are working, family. I'm not condoning it. I'm just telling you the news. You dig? I'm telling you the news. The ancestors are out here working. They out here working, family. Yeah, Coonface. Coonface, he's in a coma. It was a coon the other month who, when the NBA players were taking a knee, the NBA players were taking a knee for the national anthem, he decided he wanted to stand. He wasn't going to take a knee. A black player, another immigrant coon. Shit, the next game, he tore his ACL. The ancestors is out here working, man. The ancestors out here. You did, but we got to give them something to work for. We got to give them something to work for. Let me answer some questions real quick. Like I said, I ain't going to be in here too long tonight. This is the first time on the YouTube. So, the live's going to get longer and longer as we go. But let me answer questions. If you want to ask me a question, put your comments in the chat below. Put your comments in the chat. You dig? But like I said, the ancestors is out here working at the end of the day. You got to give them something to work with, though. You got to give them something to work with, family. At the end of the day, hit that like button. Hit that like button for me, family, real quick. Just take a quick second, hit that like button. You did. We're going to be going live, like I say, on this platform every Wednesday and every Saturday. So you'll know from now on. I know that's probably why it's only 13 people in here. I caught a lot of people by surprise. I went on YouTube tonight. You did. But we're going to be going live on the YouTube. We got to diversify. We got to have other platforms. You did. Want to start going live on the YouTube, and that way y'all can watch the replay. Y'all can watch the replay at the end of the day. At the end of the day, family. Like I say, we got to get right. We got to get right. Put your questions in the chat if you want to ask me some questions. The thing is a little behind, so it's a little delayed. It's a little delayed, family. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, family. Somebody said, where'd you start off researching to write up on your book? Well, I went to Jacksonville State University. And at Jacksonville State University, like I always tell folks, I tell the family that college is a waste of time. But however, one of the best things in college I did was go to the library. At Jacksonville State, we had the biggest library in the state of Alabama. So I started off there. I lived on the third floor. You did. The third floor was the history section. So I read Dr. Ben. I read Dr. John Henry Clark, Wade Noble, Shayanta Joke. I read They Came Before Columbus, Dr. Ivan Ben Sertima. I read Dr. Claude Anderson's Powernomics. I read all these books. So this was probably from 2016 to 2018. While I was while I was reading those books, I started writing. So that's why I got the early research. And what I try to do is I named the book Voice of the Ancestors because I try to be that leg for the ancestors. Remember, our ancestors like Dr. Ben, Dr. John Henry Clark, they didn't have access to certain information when they were giving us this knowledge back in the 70s and 80s. You see what I'm saying? But it's my job as a descendant of them to pick up on what they have. So I try to add to some of the information that they presented. I try to come with the DNA and the scientific evidence that they presented. You see what I'm saying? That they maybe didn't have access to back in the day. So that was the early foundations of where I started researching it. You dig? Concerning the NFAC, what's that? The not fucking around crew, the not fucking around crew, NFAC. I believe that's the not fucking around crew. Like I say, I'm not, to each his own. I'm not rocking with them though. I don't like I don't like their so-called leader, Grandmaster Jay, in the sense that I just don't like some of the things I'm seeing from him as far as he's at a Trump rally and things of that nature. I don't like that. I don't like that. It looked like back in 2016 he was doing security at the Trump rally. I don't feel comfortable with that. You see what I'm saying, family? I don't feel comfortable with that. That has agent written all over us. And like I said, when you look back at the history of black people, we cannot allow agents as the leaders. We cannot allow agents in our circle. We can't allow it. Now, some people say, "Oh man, he ain't got no receipts on that, things of that nature." Listen, man, if I see you at Trump's rally behind Trump, because understand, in order to get behind Trump, in order to get behind the president of the United States, you have to be vetted. They're not going to let any so-called black identity extremists get behind the president. So this has to be somebody that they vetted. And then when somebody started doing something in the crowd, he went up there and he was acting like security and he escorted them out. And it was just weird to me. Now here we have 2 years later, the same dude about some, we not fucking around. You know what I'm saying? And that sounds like some black exploitation. That sounds like some white dude created that in the lab. Like, they always got this old 80s talk for black people. Yeah, you drive turkey, all that type of stuff. Like we still in black exploitation move. We the not fucking around crew. Yeah, I wish a cracker would. You drive turkey. That's the type of talk that it sounds like to me. It sounds like agent talk. Agents and trolls and coons, they're never up to date on terminology. They're always behind. You dig? So like I say, certain shit like that, it's just funny to me. It's just funny to me, family. You dig? But let me go to the next question. Yeah, man, like I say, the ancestors will help you out, but you got to do something. The ancestors will help you out, but you got to do something, family. At the end of the day, we got to start doing something, man. We got to be more active out here in the streets. And like I say, it's going to take a few of us. We got to stop trying to convince Negroes, like I showed you earlier, to fight. No. Leave those niggas behind. Leave those niggas behind. And in fact, be on the lookout for them because they are our enemies. Niggas who talk like that, who expect us to sit around while our queens are being killed. No. You're an enemy at this point. You see what I'm saying? See, the ancestors will help you out once you get it popping. Once you get it popping, remember down there in Haiti during the Haitian Revolution, they had a wave of mosquitoes that came through and killed a lot of the French. It was mosquitoes that came through. That was the ancestors. And in fact, Mackendall, it is, as the old saying goes, Mackendall said he was going to come back as a mosquito. So the mosquitoes came through and killed a lot of the French. You dig? A lot of the French were killed by some mosquitoes and shit like that. So we got to be clear on that. The ancestors will always work when you start doing for self, when you get off your knees and start acting as your feet. The great ancestor Frederick Douglass said, when I start praying with my feet, that's when my dreams start to come reality. And I'm paraphrasing on that, but that's the gist of the message. You did? He said the quality look better on YouTube. Appreciate it then. Appreciate it. Like I said, yeah, we're going to start going live on the on. How do you change? Somebody said, how do you change the minds of some of your mesmerized friends and family? Family, like I say, you're gonna have to charge them to the game. It hurts, but you're gonna have to charge to the game. What you do with family is this: you present the information to them and leave it up to them whether they want to accept it or not. Leave it up to them whether they want to accept it or not. Is the screen blacking out? Hold on. Yeah, if they don't want to accept it, family, you just got to charge them to the game and move on. Plain and simple. I know it's tough for a lot of us. It's going to be tough for a lot of us, but that's it. Because at this time, when you're at war, you can't afford to be trying to help Negroes who don't want to be helped. And that's why I said that. That's why we cut throat with coons. A lot of us have this mentality that we want to try to save everybody. We always trying to save everybody. And that's something that just shows the humanity of black people. Black people, we're always trying to save other groups. Always trying to help people who don't want to be helped. You see what I'm saying? And that ends up being our downfall. We getting our ass beat, and then we trying to help our brother up while we getting our ass beat, and he fighting us too. We can't have that, family. We can't have that. So when it comes to family and friends, present the information and just leave it at that. Don't bash them with the information. Don't say, man, you stupid, you this, you that. Because it took me a little while to come into the information. But present the information, be consistent. And other than that, don't force it. And that's it. And that's it. If they don't want to move on, they don't have to move on. I lost a lot of friends like that too. A lot of friends. But I also had a lot of friends who come back after years and say, hey, bro, you were right, bro. You see what I'm saying? A lot of friends follow my page on Instagram. Like, hey, bro, when you first started talking that talk, bro, I thought you were tripping. But hey, I see now. I see now. You see what I'm saying? So everybody has their own pace of coming into the knowledge. You dig? Everybody has their own pace. You did put put some questions below. Put some more questions below. Yes, indeed. You said we got to lead by example and hope our people catch up, showing them better than telling. Absolutely. Absolutely. We can't wait no longer, family. We can't wait no longer. We be waiting for the right time. We be sitting around here, I be laughing at little CNN and Fox News, and they be talking about, well, this is the time. We've never seen black people this much. This is the time. George Floyd, I think that was the final straw. No, it wasn't, family. No, it wasn't. Like I say, this stuff been happening so long because we have the same reaction to it. We had the same reaction to it. Remember, just the other year, 2016, our brother Eric Gardner got choked out on camera. That ain't nothing new. Let's be real. The George Floyd incident wasn't anything new. It wasn't anything new. You did? And everybody's trying to act like, oh, the problem is Trump. We got to get out of that too. Because under Eric Gardner, it was Obama in office when that shit happened. You did? When Michael Brown happened, it was Obama in office. You did? When Sandra Bland happened, it was Obama. Philando Castile, it was Obama. Tamir Rice, it was Obama. Trayvon Martin, it was Obama. So obviously, it's not who your slave master is that's making a difference. Because we're getting the same result no matter who the slave master is, black, white. It don't matter, Asian. It's the way we responding to it. We're not responding with a seriousness. You see what I'm saying? We're not responding in a certain type of way. It was a Mexican American DEA agent back in, I believe this was the 90s or early 2000s. I can't remember his name. A Mexican American DEA agent. He went down into Mexico and the cartels killed him. Great series on that called Narcos. Nobody really respected the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Agency. He went down into Mexico and the Mexican cartels killed him. After that, the DEA, the FBI, the CIA, they started going in on cartels down there in Mexico. And that set a precedent that, hey, this can never happen again. Never. They started locking up people who thought they couldn't get locked up. They started killing cartel leaders. They started going crazy. Set a precedent. Now it's a rule down there in Mexico, down there in South America, Colombia, all these drug states, that you can't touch any American law enforcement. Any. You see what I'm saying? That's why you rarely hear about these American law enforcement agents getting killed overseas. It's a rule because they set a precedent. However, we just set the precedent for marching and voting. You did? Yeah. You said the Rashard Brooks murder was worse for me. Like I say, man, brother, it's so many, we lose count. You said obviously there's so much that we have to work on, but what are your thoughts with cultivating the youth? The youth are very important. You know, the youth, the key lies within the younger generation. The key lies within the younger generation. And this is why I'm big on the powernomics concept. In the powernomics concept, they teach us at the end of the day, after you bank black, after you buy black, after you control your local politicians, you control your media, the last thing you do is control your education. See, it's easier to educate a kid than to reform a. It's easier to educate a kid than to reform an adult. The brain does most of its learning between the ages of 0 and 12, man. So it's hard to get a coon who's 21 to reform into a revolutionary. That's why you don't see people go from coon to revolutionary. Now, you might see the nigga. It's the difference between niggas and coons. A nigga is somebody who does something out of miseducation. But a coon, somebody who purposely says, hey, man, I'm going to do this to undermine the black community because I understand it's going to give us personal trinkets. That person is beyond recovery. And that person learned that as a child. So the youth is very important. This is why we push for our own schools. Because when we have young revolutionaries coming up from a young age, that's dangerous. That's where you get the Tupacs. Remember, the Tupac was, he was around that Black Panther crowd. You see what I'm saying? The Black Panther Party. You dig? So the youth, that's very, very powerful. You're going to get the Tupacs of the world who come up in that revolutionary mindset. You know, you get the Nas's. The Nas was in the 5%er. He was around that lifestyle, the 5%ers, things of that nature. Now the brother's doing excellent things in the business field. So that's very important, man. The youth is the key. The youth is the key, and that youth is the key to continue the revolution. And I feel like that's what we have a lack of nowadays. Many of our elders are getting old. Many of our elders are, kind of falling off, passing away. Layla Africa the other week. I don't know. Is Bobby Hemmett, family answer this? Is Bobby Hemmett still alive? Somebody told me he passed away. Other people said he's still alive. He's just real sick. Is Bobby Hemmett still alive? Does anybody know that? Does anybody know if Bobby Hemmett is still alive? You dig? Does anybody know if Bobby Hemmett is still alive? But, you know, the point I'm trying to make is that we need the younger generation to carry that torch. We need the younger generation to carry the torch. So they are very key. They are very key. Rashard Brooks just wanted to go back. Exactly. Brother just wanted to go back home. And I just saw a video the other day with a white supremacist who was attacking a cop. He was clearly drunk. The cop never shot him, never did anything. You did? Said he's off the grid. Heard he was sick. I heard he was sick too. Somebody said he passed away though. Somebody said he passed away. Bobby Hemmett. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that. Somebody said he had passed away though. But that's what I mean. You know, that's a brother, that's a master teacher who has a lot of knowledge and wisdom. And that's why I go out my way. Somebody asked about where did my research from my book come from. That's why I go out my way to write books and to source where I'm getting things from. You dig? In my book. In my book, we have over 150 sources in each book. So over 300 sources total, because I don't want something to happen to me and now the information goes away. Nobody knows anything else about the information. We don't want that to happen. You see what I'm saying? It's an old African proverb that says that when an elder passes away, a library burns down. We got to get out of that. We got to get out of that, meaning that when this elder passed away, it has so many knowledge, has so much knowledge and wisdom that all that knowledge and wisdom went with him. This is why really you have no record of the black man, woman, and child. because a lot of it is through oral traditions. If you want to get some real knowledge and wisdom, go look at the oral traditions. This is why many people always say West Africa is not as old as Northeast Africa, ancient Kemet. It is as old, but many of our artifacts and literature was oral. We didn't write it down. Just like if you go to West Africa today, you go to the Akan people, they'll tell you orally that they trace their history back to ancient Kemet. You go back to the Dogon, they'll tell you orally we traced our history back to ancient Kemet. We came from ancient Kemet to West Africa. You did? You look at a lot of their things, the Sarah people of Chad, a lot of those people in the Ghana area, they'll tell you we come from ancient Kemet, but it's more so oral. We didn't write it down. It's more oral tradition. So we got to start making that transition. Yeah, they say still alive. Yeah, we got to eat better. The Black Panther died young. Yeah, we got to take care of our bodies, man. And I talked about that. You know, rest in peace to our brother Chadwick Boseman. I talked about that the other week. Last live. What was that, on Sunday or Saturday? I talked about, we got to eat better, man. We got to take better care of our health, and especially on the sleeping level. When I look at that brother Chadwick Boseman, he was putting out movies. I would have never thought he was sick. Chadwick Boseman, he dropped Black Panther, Civil War. These are big Marvel movies, by the way. The Five Bloods, 21 Inches. What else did he drop since 2016? Dropped a ton of movies, while having colon cancer. And although we commend our brother, because that shows that he was a real life superhero, our brother didn't complain or nothing like that. I kind of wish our brother would have taken a break. Not saying that would have made a difference, because I don't know his situation. I don't know if they told him back in 2016, listen, it's terminal. You eventually gonna pass away from this. I don't know what they told him, but we got to start taking our rest more serious. You see what I'm saying? When our body is dealing with sicknesses and diseases, we got to get your rest. You got to get your rest, family. You got to get your rest, especially my family who you don't have the best diet. You dig? My diet, I'm not gonna lie, my diet is not the best. Shout out to my brother Kyle. I'm doing a 21-day vegan right now, and I got to talk to the family about that too. Remind me to talk about the veganism after this. But I don't have the best diet, but one thing I make sure I do is I get the proper amount of sleep I need every night. I get 8 to 9 hours of sleep, no matter what's going on. And that's the beauty of entrepreneurship as well, and having your own business and not working for anybody. Because a lot of us are running, we running day and night because we got to work for somebody. We trying to get to the bag. Family, you got to take a break. Like I say, especially you on 4 hours of sleep. You've been smoking weed all day, eating potato chips. So your diet is out of balance. Your body's not properly recovering. Dude, that you're gonna crash eventually. You're gonna crash. So we got to start taking better care of our health, especially when it comes to sleeping. Everybody talks about the food and working out, but sleep is very important, especially with black folks. Because black folks, we pride ourselves in working all day and night. Man, nigga, I'm always grinding. We pride ourselves in that. You did? Ain't nothing wrong with grinding. Ain't nothing wrong putting in work. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But make sure you take your recovery serious. You did? I never hear niggas bragging about they getting a full 8 to 9 hours of sleep. I've never heard. We need to start doing that though. Make sure recovery is very important. Sleep deprivation is one of the biggest causes of death in the United States. A lot of people don't know that. Sleep deprivation is very dangerous. You see what I'm saying? It can have huge health issues with not getting the proper amount of sleep. Rapper Rick Ross, when he was having all those seizures, he was having that because the doctor said he was getting 2 to 3 hours of sleep every night. Combine that with he was overweight. Combine that with you drinking lean. You did? You smoking weed all day. That's dangerous, family. That's dangerous. During sleep, we recover. That's why anytime you have a cold or you have the flu, the doctor tells you get your rest. They don't just say that just to say that. Get your rest. Your body needs to be resting right now so it can focus on fighting this disease. You don't need to be goddamn running around the club. You don't need to be doing X, Y, and Z. You don't need to be trying to get that extra shift in at the job. You need to be focused on fighting off this disease. You dig? Yeah, man. They're saying the black man eating colon check by 40, other races 50. Yeah. I never heard of the colon check. You know what I'm saying? I needed that. That made me look at certain things different though. Because I think our brother was what 43. One Chancellor Bozeman, he was like 43, I believe. And obviously the brother was in good shape. Obviously the brother was in good shape. But I guess when it's your time, family. When it's your time, unfortunately. So, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Like I say, we got to start looking at these deaths and not letting them go in vain. Not letting them go in vain. So, that's something I took from that. Although we commend him for doing all that he was doing, I wish our brother would have rested a little bit more. You did? Rested a little bit more. The brother had, and right now, the brother had movies on tap for later this year. He had another movie. I can't remember the name of it. I believe it was with Whoopi Goldberg. He had another movie scheduled for later this year. He was doing something with Marvel again, like a little animation voiceover. So the brother he still had things planned. You did? We gotta learn sometime to chill and be real, man. Take a break, let our body focus and fight. And especially brother like that who was doing action movies. I'm sure he was pushing his body every day. So that's something we gotta look at. Yeah, get your greens, man. Get your diet back right. Yeah, DL Hughley fell out. You say because he's not sleeping. Yeah, not sleeping in. He was dehydrated. I'm telling you, family, sleeping and dehydrated. And what many of us don't realize is this: a lot of us we try to justify staying up all night. We try to justify not getting the proper amount of sleep because we get into the money. Family, the money is supposed to come to you. Billionaires understand this. Millionaires understand this. This is the law of attraction. Money is gravitated towards you. You ain't supposed to be out here chasing money. The money ain't running from you. You so busy chasing it, you don't see it's not running. And the problem is a lot of us, we working on 4 hours of sleep. We don't have the proper amount of rest. So our minds can't think the way they're supposed to think. Our creative mindset is completely gone. You dig? We in zombie mode and we're not doing the best of our abilities. You see what I'm saying? We're not getting all that we can get out of ourselves. Instead of just getting that full 8 hours of sleep and coming. And now all of a sudden you're way more productive than you would be on 4 hours of sleep. I can tell you right now, I get 8 to 9 hours of sleep every day. I probably outwork 99% of the people who talk about they don't never sleep. Because I'm at full strength when I wake up. I'm at full strength. My battery is charged. You dig? My battery is charged. So man, that's something we gotta work on. Something we gotta work on. You dig at the end of the day. But yeah, my brother Kyle got me on his vegans. If we got any vegans, we only got 12 people in here. But like I say, shout out to the 12 in here. Make sure you hit that like button, family. Make sure you hit that like button for me real quick. But for my vegan family, what do y'all be eating to keep y'all from not being hungry? I'm on my 21-day vegan challenge. I'm on day 3. Family, I'm hungry as hell all the time. What do y'all be eating in order not to be hungry? You dig? If you know any vegans, give me some ideas, family. I be walking around here dreaming about fucking Waffle House. You dig? With some meat. I be hungry as hell, family. What do y'all be eating? Talk to me on this, family. If you know anybody who is a vegan, shit, DM me on Instagram, Voice of the Ancestors. Cause I be hungry as hell. Cause the vegetables ain't cutting it. The salad ain't cutting it. And damn, when you buy some of the meatless meat that they have, that shit it's so damn expensive. You be spending. It's like in order to fill me up, these little bowls that they be giving you, I need about 4 of them. Shit, that should be like damn $25 to fill me up. Man, I'm telling you, family. You said nuts. I need to try. I need to get some nuts then, because I'm trying not to be a junk food vegan. That's what I don't want to be through these 21 days. I don't want to be a junk food vegan. I don't want to be eating honey buns and potato chips all day. So I want something healthy. You dig? I'm gonna answer your question. I'm gonna come back to that question. But yeah, while I'm on topic, I'm gonna come back to that question. But yeah, I don't want to be a junk food vegan. Somebody, okay, nuts. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give me some pistachios or something like that, man. Cause I be super hungry all the time. I be trying to do the right thing, and then you know, I'm in the land of Waffle House down here in Atlanta. People around me, the family around me, the friends around me, they be eating wings and shit, and I be over there reminiscing about it. Cucumbers and rice. But see, cucumbers and rice, I'm supposed to eat a whole bunch of cucumbers and rice, family. Cucumbers and rice, you know what I'm saying? Something that's good, man. I need a recipe or something. You dig? Hella fruit. Okay, yeah, hella fruit. Yeah, I feel like when I be eating the fruit though, it feel like I'm not really eating it. I feel like I'm eating candy almost, just some naturally candy, like naturally good for you candy. It don't give me that same satisfaction if I was to go get an all-star. You dig? At Waffle House, you feel full. And some people say it's mental too. Some people say it's mental. You know, the good thing about the vegan, I haven't been feeling bloated or anything like that. I've been feeling light on my feet. You know, that's one of the good things about it. I've been sleeping a lot better too. I've been dreaming a lot more. You did. See, when you have a healthy diet, when you sleep a lot, you dream a lot more. Beans and Brussels sprouts, navy beans and pinto beans. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my bean game up because somebody was trying to get me to get like a taco, a jackfruit taco. Shout out to my brother Kyle, who's trying to get me to get that. Sweet potatoes, okay. So the vegetarians, y'all don't eat any animal products, right? I mean, not vegetarian. Y'all don't eat any meat, but y'all can eat like eggs and things like that. Y'all can't. I think vegans, and that's the thing I found out. I'm like, damn, y'all can't even eat eggs. Y'all can't eat nothing. I thought it was just meat. You know what I'm saying? See, when you hungry for that meat, family, I'll be over here trying to convince myself. I'm like, well, shit, fish is. I don't think fish is a meat technically. You dig? You be over here trying to convince yourself of shit, nigga. It's bacon a meat? Nigga, I don't think that's meat. You know what I'm saying? Says Spanish. I mean Spanish. I said Spanish. Spanish pasta with sauce, a little garlic bread. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. Drink a lot of water. Okay, that's something I need to do more of. I've been slipping on my water game. I don't eat any plain Jane. You got to learn how to make a dish. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I got to step up. I think that's what I'm lacking too. My cooking skills is not up to par, family. My cooking skills are not up to par. I need a queen who's going to teach me how to cook. Because I notice a lot of vegans cook their own food. So I got to get my cooking game up. Yeah, okay, they eat eggs and dairy. Shit, I should have said I went vegetarian for 21 days. You dig? I should have said I went vegetarian for 21 days. But like I say, I feel good though. I feel light on my feet. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking clear, but like I say, I just want something that I'm not walking around hungry all the damn time. You see what I'm saying? And just reminiscing about food when I'm supposed to be doing business work. I be sitting here thinking, like I say, about fish sandwiches and shit. I'm trying to get out that mentality. Eggs instead of fish instead. Yeah, 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 yeah. A lot of people have been telling me about jackfruit. A lot of people been telling me about jackfruit and the protein that's in jackfruit, and that it has a lot of protein. My homies were telling me about that back when I was playing football. They were like, bro, get you some jackfruit, get you some jackfruit. It's good for protein. So I'm gonna have to check out that jackfruit. What I need to do too, I'm gonna have to go to the farmers market around here. I'm gonna have to go to the farmers market. But like I say, yeah, I gotta get back right. I gotta get back right. But the little vegan bowls that I be eating, the shit damn near tastes like meat. So the shit be good, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, that it be good. And really, I feel like the food as far as vegan is really just about seasoning. It's just the thing where it's not filling me up enough. Absolutely, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna definitely stick out to 21 days. I'm gonna definitely stick out to 21 days without question. Say you heard jackfruit tastes like chicken. I gotta try it. Shit, that's what I need. That's what I've been reminiscing about: chicken, fish, all that. I need that then. I need all that then. Yes, indeed. Yeah, you say people. That's what a lot of people been telling me too. A lot of times we just eat just to eat. Yeah, and we're used to artificial flavors. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'm not hungry because, like I say, it's just I feel like I'm hungry. I guess maybe so. It might be just that I feel like I'm hungry. I'm really not hungry because like it ain't like my stomach growling, but I just feel like I ain't ate enough. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I ain't ate enough, family. But I got to get right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna have to check out the vegan recipes. I gotta learn how to cook. That's the thing. I gotta learn how to cook. I gotta expand my cooking stuff because I notice a lot of vegans. Because I be seeing some big ass vegans too. That's another thing. I be looking. I'm like, I know y'all eating something, brother. You about 250. You know what I'm saying? And these ain't new vegans. These 2-3 year vegans be about 250. So I know they eating something. They must be doing their own cooking, and that's what I'm gonna have to start doing. How to do their own cooking. You dig? Because I've been seeing some big vegans around here and some big vegetarians as well. So I know whatever y'all eating, that's what next time I see a big vegan, I'm gonna ask them, brother, what are you eating? You dig? What are you eating? Got to. Himalayan salt. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had some of that on my menu. One of my homies had sent me a menu, with all these type of things and plantains and different things of that nature. But I'm definitely gonna try that jackfruit. I'm definitely gonna try that jackfruit because I need something that tastes like chicken in my life right now. You dig? Maybe that can get me right. Maybe that can get me right. You said they be eating junk food. Maybe so. Probably so. Cause I done seen some big ass vegans. I'm like, this not the vegans y'all be advertising on TV now. This brother about 250. Eat vegan and beans. Yeah. Yeah, them beans and rice put weight on you now. Beans and rice put weight on you. You did. That's what the Mexicans be eating. That beans and rice. They be big as hell too. Short, but about 5'5", 250. Goddamn, about 5'5", 250. Eating nothing but beans and rice. Oreos are vegan. Okay, I gotta check that out. I'm good on the sweets. I'm good on the sweets. Okay, can y'all see me now, family? All right, can y'all see me now, family? Had a little technical difficulties. Can y'all see me now, family? Said I've tried some vegan Oreos. Can y'all see me now, family? Hold on, let me see. Refresh the page, family. If y'all can hear me, refresh the page. Okay. Okay, yeah, yeah. Refresh the page. My fault, but sorry about that, family. Little technical difficulties. Yeah, Herschel Walker, like I say, cooning runs in the family. Somebody talked about Herschel Walker. Cooning runs in the family. Cooning runs in the family. That's why we don't play with coons. His son, Herschel Walker, is a coon, and his son is super coon. He's a super coon. You dig? He's a super coon. Yeah, he's cooning. Yeah, and I gotta check out. I gotta check out. Some people asked me about that Nick Cannon Kanye West podcast or show they did on Nick Cannon's on Cannon's Class. I gotta check that out too. I gotta check that out, family. Gotta check that out because a lot of people have been talking about, oh, Kanye saying some good things, man. Kanye saying some good things. I don't give a damn. Kanye been out here cooning, and now he wants to come back to the black community like he always does. See, I don't be listening and all that. You did? Yeah, say vegan Oreos. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check out y'all stuff, man. The spinach, the beans and rice, definitely the jackfruit. I'm gonna definitely check all that out, family. I'm gonna check all that out and see what y'all talking about. See if y'all know what y'all talking about. Like I said, because I gotta get right. I gotta get right. Said we're gonna get in good trouble. Good trouble. John Lewis said that's that ancestral worship. Niggas be worshiping John Lewis. John Lewis. See, that's the same reason, like I say, going back to the topic tonight, man. Same reason why niggas love going to church. Niggas like going to church because on church shit, you ain't gotta do nothing. Let's be real. Many churches don't require you to do anything, family. Just show up. Show up and do tithe and put money in the collection plate. That's all you got to do. You can sin Monday through Sunday, but for that few hours you in the church, if you come in there and you say, hey, listen, I came to church on Sunday, all your sins forgiven, and you give $10, $15, $20 to the collection plate, you straight. You dig? That's why a lot of niggas like church. That's why a lot of Negroes like church, because see, shit, the church, you ain't got no responsibilities in the church. I could just go in the church and be like, hey, you know, I sin Monday through Saturday, all is forgiven. The church don't require you to do nothing. Let's be clear. The new age of churches, many of them, I won't say all, because there's always exceptions to the rule, but many new day churches don't require you to do anything but fucking do what everybody else doing, marching, and man, y'all go vote. You did? Go vote. Just like fucking Obama. They talked to some of the players, LeBron James and them talked to Obama, and Obama was telling them, hey man, if y'all want to make real change, open up the NBA and go vote. Nigga, we could have did that with voting. Hell, we had the right to vote during Breonna Taylor. We had the right to vote during Philando Castile. Niggas always bringing up voting like that shit. That's some new shit that we couldn't do before. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, nigga, y'all niggas getting your proper amount of sleep at night? Is that all niggas dream about is voting? Jeesh. Damn, family. Vote. That's the end goal. Now you got NBA players. Obama, you talking to NBA players that got billions of dollars in net worth as a collective. And the only thing you can think to tell them is to vote. To open up the NBA arena and vote. The hell you opening up the NBA arena and they gonna transform it into a voting station. Nigga, what the hell? How? Damn, I guess we ain't gonna see police brutality finna come to an end overnight because niggas, now you can vote while you watch LeBron dunk. Oh, damn. That's revolutionary, family. That's revolutionary. You dig? That's revolutionary. Now, not only can I watch LeBron dunk, I can go and vote while he's dunking. That shit, man, that's true justice. That's true change. Hell, this niggas talking about. They had fucking coaches with shirts on that talking about scan me to register to vote. Now, how about NBA players? You're already worth billions of dollars. You get your money, put it in a collective, and start your own league. Let's work on ownership. Because it's obvious these leagues don't care about black players. They don't care about them. So let's get our own league. That way we can take our league and the business from that league and we can invest it and put it in a black bank. That black bank can give out black business loans. Those black businesses can hire black people from the community. Those black businesses in return can control the local politicians. See, it'll be a cycle. It's a cycle, family. You dig? It'll be a cycle at the end of the day. But Negroes don't want to think about that because, like I said before, Negroes, we don't do anything unless we have white approval. We don't do anything that ain't been done already. And we don't do anything because we scared. Those three things. Those three things, family. Yeah, black business investors do something. And like I say, get your own league. That's just simple. Get your own league. These players are worth billions of dollars. I talked about that last week. Billions of dollars. LeBron has 50 million Instagram followers. Just LeBron. Now remember, 90% of the NBA is black. What TV station went pay to see these players on TV? They could easily get a TV contract. Say, hey man, the black players are starting our own league. Let's go negotiate a TV contract. Billions of people will watch. Who gonna watch the NBA to see Luka Doncic every night? And Luka Doncic is a hell of a player. Hell of a player. White player, but hell of a player. Who gonna watch to see Gordon Hayward every night? Gordon Dragic. Nobody gonna watch them. The NBA ratings will go down overnight. They will plummet. You come to see LeBron, James Harden. You dig? All these top flight NBA players, Steph Curry. That's who you go to see. We got the power, we got the juice, and we got the money. You dig? All they need is a court and 2 goals. A court and 2 goals, and they got it popping. The rest gonna fall into place. The rest we gonna get right, and we can work out the details. You dig? They'll have sponsors and everything. Who wouldn't want to sponsor that league? Who wouldn't want to sponsor that league? Absolutely. Got to pool your money together. Got to pool your money together at the end of the day. At the end of the day and the end of the night, you got to pool your money together and get back right. You dig? But like I say, family, I'm going to answer a few more questions. If y'all, I'm going to ask about 2 more questions if y'all want to ask me, and then I'm going to get off of here. And remember, family, go ahead right now. Take a few seconds, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon because, like I say, from now on, I'm going to be going live on the YouTube. So subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon because I'm going to be going live on here. On Wednesdays, it's either going to be at 8 or 9 o'clock. On Saturdays, it's going to be at 9. So Wednesdays, 8 or 9. Saturdays, 9 o'clock. And I'm going to always announce it on my Instagram page and how to swipe up and everything like that. But go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Because like I say, I got a lot of people following me on Instagram. If we were on Instagram right now, we have probably damn near 60, 70 people in here. But a lot of folks don't know we on the YouTube tonight. So spread the word. Like I say, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon for your boy. Yeah, shit, y'all part of history tonight. My first YouTube live. You know, we're going to be cooking good game just like always. Yeah, pass the wealth on with life insurance. That's another thing that our brother Chadwick Boseman showed us. I don't know if he had life insurance, but man, it's very important. Ain't no day promised to you, family. It's very important. Nipsey had like $1 million life insurance policy. And I'm sure Nipsey, when he woke up that morning, the great ancestor did not expect to be gunned down at his own store. But it happened. Get life insurance, especially if you're young. I have my life insurance right now. I'm 25 years of age. I have an IUL, an Index Universal Life. You see what I'm saying? I got over $100,000 policy. And I only pay like $40 a month because I'm so young and I'm healthy. You see what I'm saying? Get it while you're young. You can get it at cheaper rates. You can get a better policy. Don't wait until you're 50 years old. You got buns on your feet now. You did. You obese. You out of shape. You got diabetes. And then try to get your life insurance game popping. Go ahead and get it now. It's a great investment, especially an IUL for my younger people. Index Universal Life. It acts as a life insurance and an investment, meaning I could take out 99% of the interest on that life insurance tax-free. You know what I'm saying? That's something that's next level. So make sure you check that out, family. Make sure you take that out. But like I say, ain't no more questions. I'm finna get off of here, family. Like the video real quick. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon. I appreciate you rocking with me tonight. Small group, but hey, it only takes a few of us. Only takes a few of us to get on code, and that's what it's all about. I'll see y'all Saturday at 9 o'clock. So make sure y'all on the lookout. Till next time, peace and black power. I'm out.